Hi guys, it's Sonelias and welcome back to this Let's Play of Stellaris. We're playing this, of course, as the Oscok Star Coalition, who are trying to form an Avian empire. We're playing this, of course, in Stellaris 2.0, so entirely new game mechanics compared to the earlier version. And as you can see, we actually formed a nice little stretch of owned or occupied space already. There's still a few individual hostile fleets that we want to deal with in the near future. But for the moment, I think I'm pretty okay with what I've got here. We are, of course, developing various different locations here. I've got a few already lined up where I want to move into. So this one is just very recently taken ownership of. And I still need to start basically putting all the individual mining bases and so forth into place here. We're also developing a brand new colony, which will be completed in, as you can see, 7 months. So yeah, at that point, I do need to basically create a brand new sector. Because at the moment my limit per sector is 3 bases, or 3 colonized systems, I should say. So yeah, that's just base figure. And probably through technology I could increase that, but I haven't done so as of yet. So for the moment I just need to basically create a sector there to be able to support that particular one. Let's have a brief look over here. I've got some buildings that are unused, it says. Makes sense, yeah, because of course I've not actually assigned them to the correct location, the new growing population.
Construction
Alright,
complete.
some new plans come through. Xaplopolity entered a migration treaty with a neighbor. Okay, perfect. Research opportunity there. Defensive pact. Okay. Okay, I can't do that with these guys here yet. What have I got with these guys? They're not interested. That's a bit of a pity. Let's have a brief look at all of our neighbors. See, as you can see, this one is got the best relationship, but because we're their vassal, gives us the best relationship possible there. These guys here, I have entered into a migration treaty here with them, which of course makes it possible for me to basically see that we're exchanging population, or at least allowing them to migrate between different countries. So that's great. Now, one thing you'll see here in my star bases here, this one's actually upgraded to a star hold already, versus this still being a star port. You should see that name difference here on the left side, as well as on the right side there. Okay, so it just gives you some extra spots where you can put stuff. But it also gives you an extra building slot. So I can actually, of course, put one of these in there. I've already chosen the targeting here as being the one to go for. Right, we've actually completed some construction here, it looks like. Perfect. In this system here. It looks like indeed I already have quite a few resources at my disposal. This system is fully developed now. Where do I want to go to next? That's probably one of the key questions here. Let's move my ship into there already. I just need to get enough influence to be able to do something there. But for the moment being, I think we're doing pretty okay. I'm going to develop these ones to get more energy, after which I'm going to basically do the actual minerals from there. So basically preset these orders here already. This one is ready and waiting in this system here. So at least I can expand in this direction. Question though is, probably want to basically go for the ones down here. Particularly since there's some colonizable planets, which I don't seem to see up there. What it does, of course, also offer me, it offers me a chance to basically cut off my neighbor here, the interstellar Sutherian regime, from being able to get too many of these systems here. Our detailed survey of Calcium number 4 has revealed that it may once have supported the life in the distant past. There are significant deposits of frozen water at the polar ice caps, and beneath the polar planet's surface, the existence of valley networks suggests that the water may once have flowed freely. Terraforming this planet would theoretically be possible, but we do not have the technology to accomplish this monumental task within a realistic time frame. I'm trying to speak too fast, which of course makes me stumble over my own tongue. Doesn't really help. Anyways, migration treaty being announced between other species, which is always good. These guys here are my neighbors. Let's see, can I offer them a migration treaty? They're not interested, so yeah, I guess not. This is, of course, their opinion of us. Can I create a treaty with these in terms of migration? No, they're minus 51. That's odd. Opinion, base, opinion, and distance. Okay. If I look at these guys, on the other hand, that was an even bigger minus. Because it's the... they're imperialist. Okay. You'd imagine that, of course, their opinion would be influenced by that, but okay. The Vord Technologists. Let's contact these guys. Again, what have we got here? We can't even form a non-aggression pact because they are... I'm not sure what is the problem, really. Relative power of empires. Are man more powerful? Equivalent in... their fleet is in superior in strength. Okay, so that kind of means I need to basically increase
System survey
the power
complete.
of my fleet. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. Thing is, duty. What would be nice at the moment? It basically gives me a breakdown here. It doesn't really tell me which ships are basically counting by how much towards that. Right, another 29 months for the next tradition to become available. And then, of course, we can do the visitor center to basically get more foreigners or people from other races to come onto my planets. Federal unity, that's always a nice one. Entente coordination, okay. Federal naval capacity counts for twice as much. Yeah, okay. Okay. These guys are quite nice to have on my borders there. My two fleets. This one here at the moment is here. That one is further back. And it actually is going to be engaging these guys here in the drones. Just need to see what kind of results that will have in terms of the engagement, but we'll just see how that goes.
New frontiers
There's another
established.
system there that we actually could potentially take ownership of if I wanted to. I don't really think I want to push that border too much. I think we'll let them take ownership of that. Or should I not? Because it does actually expose me further here to potential conflict with them. But okay. The shattered remnants of a cruiser-sized starship can be detected in a decaying orbit deep inside the atmosphere of Calcium number 10. It appears to have ventured far into the gas giant's atmosphere, perhaps in a desperate attempt to escape a pursuer, only to be crushed by the atmospheric pressures. The vessel is too deep to be salvaged, but a structural scan of the wreckage has provided us with some interesting engineering data. It of course is welcome. So we're going to be completing engineering data, the next one here, in 23 months. Actually, the quicker one though is of course the hyper breach points, which basically is going to be done in 18 months. All right. What do we got here? Too many? Yes, I do realize that. And I did already say I want to basically create a new sector, so that's exactly what we're going to do here. We will be creating a brand new sector. Planets and sectors, create new sector. And I want to do that on that planet here. I guess for the moment I'm just going to leave it at that. And of course I do want to basically then go to my planets and sectors and say yes, I want to appoint a leader here who will govern that particular sector. Now, what are we going to focus in on that? Recruitment cost? No, not necessarily. I think I want to go for this one here because yeah, leader experience gain. Or maybe this one. Let's go for this one. It's the cheapest. Sorry, not the cheapest. It's the youngest person there, I should say. Now, as you might recall from the previous version of Stellaris, version 1.0, in version 1.0, we, of course, didn't necessarily have sectors in this same sense as we got here. In that sense, we basically had a governor for each individual planet. And then the governors, of course, would manage the planet itself. And basically, we just saw that quite a different way of actually approaching that issue here. Now, I think the current way actually allows a lot more planets per sector. Or I'll not say more planets per governor or manager, however you want to call it. You could indeed also assign governors to sectors back in version 1. But your core set of planets didn't necessarily actually have its own manager.
Battle commenced.
Right, we're engaging them. We got a strength of 1.4k, which is of course quite nice. Let's take a screenshot there. It's quite nice to be able to take a few screenshots like this. What's happening to our strength here? 1.4. Yeah, we're still on 1.4, but their strength is slowly, steadily dropping. I do need to have a science vessel ready in a minute. Now it looks like I'm not really getting too much damage. I'm getting some shield damage, but I don't see anything going beyond the shields as of yet. Like for example, here we see that the shield is at 277 out of 340. Yeah, it gets hit a few times, but the hits seem to be spread out over the various different ships quite, decently. So I'm staying at pretty much the continuous 1.4, whereas their strength is pretty much halved already at this point. And what I basically did here with this engagement, I tried to stay out of the reach of their mining base. Because I thought, well, that mining base will actually be useful to have. I'm not sure if I can actually take over that base or not. It would be marvelous if I could. Actually, I can't. It looks like I can't. Which is a bit of a pity.
Ships upgraded.
We took it out. I'm not sure what to think of this though, because... okay. It used to be such that we can actually get some technology from their mining station as well. It looks like we lost nothing here, which is great. That system is now being explored. Now, have I got any science ships nearby? Hold on. This one is here. That one is there. Still relatively close. And I think what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to reorder this one to do the research projects in that system. Follow that by an actual survey of that system, which would be nice to do as well. It looks like I don't actually need to do any repairs to my fleet here, because I only had some shield damage, which is of course quite nice to see. The question here is, do I want to have a fleet further down here, or do I want to keep them up closer to my main planet? I think I want to basically keep them close to my planet, so I'm actually going to send them back into this system here. There's a starport there, but there is no real an outpost, not a full starport. So if I look at this one here, that of course is a starport starhold. That one is a starhold star fortress. Starport starhold. Key difference is this one's got shipyards and this one does not. Okay, done that one. Starbase fleet's being fully upgraded. Okay, so I've got here, of course, this attachment, the target uplink computer, and in terms of defenses, let's just go to that system here for a second. So that's the one out here. Well, that's basically the
System
first one where I
survey
basically started
complete.
doing the development here. At the moment I got Slashing Talon. I think that's the one that we basically got for most of them. Let's look at that. That's mostly those laser. Oh, it's actually a mixed bag now. They changed the design. That's good. So that's the Gory Talon one. That's the Gory Talon one. That's the Gory Talon one. Okay. Well, let's build one more here anyways. I need to basically expand a little bit upon what I've had here. And actually I have more than enough points to basically get a new system into my foothold here. Is that a foothold I want to say? Probably. So this one here, I want to basically build a new outpost there, which is good. This one here, I want to basically then, of course, put a mining station in. Right, I'm just using these closest resources, well, not necessarily the closest, but close resources to be able to accomplish all of this now. I probably want to move this one down here as well, into this system here. Because if I basically focus on this section here first, before I do the further development there, it makes sense to have all my construction ships in this area. Alright, fleets. This one here is still doing nice and all. I am to some extent inclined to basically take this base here and of course expand that. So this one here. I'm thinking of adding maybe a shipyard to there.
Construction complete.
I think you will agree with me that actually having a shipyard there would be quite useful. Yeah, let's do so. Then we'll move this one up into the shipyard section there. Now this one here is in a new system here. Well, not necessarily a new system, but it's basically a system where I actually haven't done much around actually developing the base yet. It's a relatively new base compared to the other. I'm going to put on here a missile battery. Yeah, so I'm spending my resources to basically enhance, of course, the amount of utilization I'm going to be able to get from there. Alright. Now this ship here is not doing anything at the moment.
They're fighting. Stop fighting!
Interstellar Centaurian regime declares war upon the
System survey complete.
Centauri assembly. So, if I'm not mistaken, that is these two parties here. So these two are at war. I'm not sure why, though. It doesn't actually list the reason. Would be nice if I could see the reason. So if I contact these guys here, it will say that they are at war. It will say they are at war with... Does it say what it... It doesn't say what kind of war it is. Who declared the war? Enemies... Yeah, okay. Offensive war. And this is a defensive war. So these guys were declared war upon. And these are actually the bigger party of the two, I think. At least in territory terms, they're the biggest one. But yeah, we'll see how that actually develops or plays out. Here, let's basically put onto here another research station. Enhancing our research in terms of physics. And then in a minute I can also do another research station there in terms of engineering. Right, now we do have, of course, that debris here. I want to track that. Can I already go there? Pretty sure I have assigned that science vessel there to go and do that task there already. Alright, we're jumping, as you can see. We're basically moving through this system now to the other jump point. And that new technology, of course, would be quite useful to be able to do something with it. Did it say there was something missing here? I thought it said something about something being unutilized, but I think that's now been resolved here already. Because yeah, that new population has just become available here. And of course will trigger a bit of growth on the planet itself. A roving band of pirates has settled down in the uninhabited Riga system, which lies outside of our control. They are using their lawless system as a base from which they roach our space. Okay, let's pause the game straight away, because this is the system where I've just moved my fleet out of. So I'm going to basically take this here. I'm going to put that science ship there temporarily. And I actually will take, of course, my fleet. That's this one here that I just moved out of there to move back into the system, because I want to deal with the pirates. Now it looks like the pirates will actually be attacking my other system here, which is the one here. What have I got in this system at the moment? Quite a few developments already. Hopefully I don't have to repair too much of that. Let's see how that goes.
Construction complete.
Centaurian regime is moving through here. Okay.
Station under attack.
So the pirates seems to be a more common
complete.
event. I kind of thought that was basically like once every couple of decades that you get that, but it looks like they're really, really quick in moving into a new system. Particularly when it's relatively central to our terrain, like this one particular here was. Small cutting laser and medium cutting laser. That's quite interesting to be able to get those
complete.
techs. Right, construction queue is finished here, which is of course in the Raprix system. That means now I got 2 bases from where I can do construction, which also means not only can do a construction there, but I can actually also do other things like, yeah, basically repairs. Murder of Cancun. Ah, okay, I got that fleet station there. That's this one here. Okay. Right, we're moving through the system here. What's happening in this system at the moment? They're attacking basically the base that is there.
Construction complete.
Ah, they will actually be attacking our stations as well, which
Construction
is
complete.
a pity. So I'm actually extending my travel orders here slightly for them not to just go straight through, but to actually try to go and intercept the enemy here. Because yeah, they're causing a bit of mayhem in our systems, which is not really what I want. I want to be able to have a relatively peaceful existence here. We completed some technology. Hyperdrives, upgrading force available. Nice. planetary or colony development speed. That would be a nice one to have, but I think I want to basically also look at other things. No, let's actually do that colony development speed. That will be quite a nice booster. 17 months to go on that one, so that's a relatively quick one as well. Let's see how quickly we're going through this system here. We're bypassing the pirate base just temporarily. I do want to come back to that. But, yeah, let's see. What did I do with this ship? It moved back, did it not? Yes, it did. I do want to track this debris on the map, which is good. But really the key thing I want to do is basically take out that little fleet of theirs. All of these will basically see their drives upgraded, their hyperdrives, up to level 2. Has that got any consequences here for these defenses? No, it doesn't look like it. There we go. Our fleet actually seems to become more powerful for some reason. 1.5. Maybe it's the number of stars I got here for that particular leader. That seems to have an impact, of course, also on the strength of the unit. It's now a 3-star admiral in control of it. We are suffering here a little bit of damage. Nothing majorly. Alright, let's get back out of that system. Let's do our research projects here. This one still got sufficient days, so yeah, perfect. Research projects here, and then I'm also going to do research projects there afterwards. Looks like I can't assign that as of yet, because I first need to basically deal with that pirate base as such. Now, I got a little bit distracted by all of this, so that's, I guess, okay-ish. I do want to basically, of course, carry on putting extra systems into our fold here. Research base there, another mining station here. I can actually do all of them at once, so yeah, why not? Our mental network is vast, giving us access to thoughts and ideas from every corner of our empire. But not a single entity has ever seen anything that would lend merit to your tragic existence. That is quite an insult. Alright, so yeah, okay. I guess I'm going to have to lift that with that for the moment being. Now on this system here, our main one, I'm actually going to basically put an extra corvette into use. And that should then of course join the murder of Karkan to basically make that more powerful, that fleet. At the moment 2 destroyers and 3 corvettes. Our main fleet here has got 3 destroyers as well. So similar number for destroyers, but fairly more corvettes at their disposal. I think I want to basically see a shift in that composition of the fleets though. I want to shift that slightly away, more towards destroyers as opposed to corvettes, but that will take a minute. Right, that fleet is en route.
Construction complete.
Accelerating time a little bit. We should probably see the screen
Anomaly found.
refresh rate drop a little bit. Right, there we go. Taking out the pirate base, and it is. Is it down? The murder of Kokon has destroyed a pirate station in the Riga system and recovered its strong room module. Nice. Okay. Right, that ship here, of course, will then afterwards also go and do this system here. So that's perfect. In the meantime, what would I want to do here? I do, of course, want to get a starbase closer to here. That's one of the things I did mention earlier. I want to make sure, of course, I get more useful stuff closer by. Now, that one is, of course, traveling through that space here. I'm actually going to set it to, yeah, rebuild that research station there. So that's on the table next. Now this one here, I do want to upgrade one of them. I'm not sure yet which one. Because the other one is here in Zarkon, which is right next. They're relatively close to each other, these 3 here, I'll probably want to say. And then there's one slightly further, of course, to the northeast. I do want to have something in this corner here. Now there's, of course, a planet I could potentially colonize here. There's also one there. But, I'm not sure why I put Zarkon, because of course we had a planet there. There's no necessity really to basically have a base in a system where you already have other stuff. Now if I colonize this, or would take ownership of this system here, maybe I can place it there, but let's have a look at these systems individually, just to see if actually there's any visual indicators as to which system would be most useful for me to place it in. I'm quite inclined to do it slightly further down. Ooh, another nice colonizable planet. A Gaia world. That is nice. I really want to get that one. I'm not sure I'll be able to manage that, but we'll see. Look at that though here. Transport fleet. They've got... how many ships is that? Okay, so they got a total of 80 power versus... the other one. Ah, okay, it's less. What is this though in terms of ship type? Destroyer? Destroyer. They got a total here of 7 out of 6. How does that work? 15 out of 0. Okay. One of the many moons circling Fullingar 3 has a terminal orbit. It will soon collide with the gas giant, in which it is sure to become a massive impact event. This event has been many million years in the making, and it's a startling coincidence that the impact fated to occur just after a visit by one of our ships. Now, 1 second, just had something to answer at the door. So the postman just brought a parcel, sorry about that. Anyways, many of our scientists wish to observe and record the event, but we only have a narrow window before it is too late. Alright, so let's go there first off. Let's quickly take this particular person. Now he's on auto explore at the moment, so I'm just going to send him to do this research project here. Because yeah, it's of course a very, very limited time skill we got, and we do of course need a skill level 5. Alright, scientist has 3 or more. 3 or higher. Okay, so we got more than enough time for that, it looks like. Track it on the map. Track this on the map, make sure we of course keep an eye on all the debris. We want to get the maximum out of them if possible. Now I did say earlier we want to of course upgrade these here, but we want to first do the repairs to them. But before we do that, let's consider again which system do I want to basically build an extra base in. Now if I have a base in a other sector, does that impact this as well? I'm not sure. Outposts do not count toward this cap. From populations, from own systems. Stellar expansion +2, okay. Exceed your starbase, cause your starbase to have an increased upkeep cost, okay. I think I want to do it in here. I think. It's got a bit of a distance towards there, but I might maybe want to do it down here, because this is kind of like a bit of a nexus here, isn't it? Yeah, got all these connections here. Well, this one is kind of a nexus as well. Basically, it's close to protecting, of course, that other colony that we got there. So let's upgrade this one here first off, and then yeah, of course, we're going to be seeing that number will increase from 3 to 4. Right, we made our choice. Let's carry on in the meantime. So this one, of course, is exploring the 2 systems. This one will basically... Actually, let's keep it here for the moment being. We can keep it here until, of course, that base has been built. And then we, of course, will build a shipyard on there. So at least we can do our repairs straight over here. And let's maybe move it into this system here already. Yeah, make it easier to basically get that repair done. I know we won't actually have any of that ready yet, but at least we're getting closer to it. Ooh.
They're fighting. Stop fighting!
That is interesting. Well, let's decide to, of course, straight away move our stuff closer. Right, they want to take... attacker. They want to take our home system, actually. Arakim, Zorkon Prime, Raprex Prime, and one more. Delvin Tong, okay. They will devour us nonetheless. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I could set a war goal. Interesting. Yes, indeed. So I set a war goal. So they basically got a war goal of and threat containment. Hold on. Set war goal. What can I do in here? Let's pause the game for just a second. What can I do? End threat containment. Click on war goal on the left to select it. Okay. Declare a war goal to indicate you seek to achieve with this war. War is waged to end a threat to galactic civilization. Really? Okay, so what is their goal? Absorption. Hunger. They want to basically take ownership of all of us. Okay, so set that target. Can I do that? Interesting. I can basically go into there to set a target, but it doesn't actually allow me to then do anything. So I click on OK. The war is there. So if I click on them, declare rivalry. Okay, well, fine. I guess that makes sense for us to do that. I'm most definitely, and I'm not going to surrender here. Ooh, okay. Well, let's start by declaring the rivalry, because when we actually do declare rivalry, it should actually give us also a boost in terms of damage we deal to them. At least that's what it used to do in version 1.0. I'm not sure if it does that over here, but it's, yeah, I'm kind of hoping it does, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So let's, for the moment, keep this little fleet here. And the larger one, I will have to move back. Let's first off set it to repair, and then also do the upgrade on there in that particular order. Now, what we have here is, of course, a case where, at the moment, they have declared on us a war. How do I actually deal with that? Is there a particular route here I can use? Prosperity, expansion. Adopting all prosperity traditions reduce the mineral cost of consumer goods used by our populations by 20%. Harmony. Population growth increased by 25%. Ooh, that is actually quite a nice one. Leader lifespan increase. Negative impact of governing ethics. Unrest is reduced by 20%. Okay, I guess I want to go for this one, because basically all of our planets will have a better situation because of that. But anyways, looking at the clock, it's about time for us to call it a day. So we basically made that adjustment there. And of course we do need to start moving our fleets around, but I think for the moment being, this system is well enough defended. I think so, at least. We got 2 in here already. Let's look at this. That's this one here. Actually, they're both of the same design. That's interesting, isn't it? Even though they're differently named, they seem to have the same bits and pieces in there. It might be sensible for me to move a smaller fleet like this one here closer to that station there, but I think this station here, for the moment, it would be well enough defended. As you can see, I got 4 of them there. That should do the job quite nicely. Combat computer platform. Defensive platform will stay at range and fire its long-range weapons on the target. Right, perfect. Like I said, nice bit of play here. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. And of course, do feel free to leave some comments down below. And I'll see you in the next episode. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.